Yeah?
Yeah.
I have my pajamas on.
Lie down.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start. For the director, we're starting. 3, 2, 1, cut. Hold on, I forgot my Maximus. Game time. All right. Welcome, yogis, to the back of the mat. Thunderbolt. Close your eyes. Breathing naturally. Not changing the breath in any way. With every exhale, starting to put away the thoughts of the day. No more planning the future or ruminating on the past. Welcome to the special session tonight. A little bit of Yin Yoga for bedtime. That's why I'm wearing my pajamas. So wherever you are doing this, be comfortable, wear comfortable clothes, even socks, because it tends to get cold. For example, we have the window open here and the fan's on. With no heat. Let's bring the right hand to the tummy area and left hand over the heart. Feeling all systems in the body interconnect. Yoga does mean union. Feel everything unite. Scan the body for some wisdom. How you're feeling today. Set an intention for today's practice. Something to keep in mind as we hold poses today. So there'll only be maybe 10 poses tops, but we'll hold them for quite a while. So feel free to modify or get out. And when we go into a pose, don't go into it 100%. For example, if it's child's pose, don't go into your deepest form right away. Start at about 80% and then let time and gravity naturally bring it down. So I'll explain more along the way. Let's take one big inhale, audible exhale. Invitation, keep the eyes closed, come down into a child's pose. And like I said, don't find your deepest form right away. I'm going to stay lifted on with my forearms on the mat, kind of holding the structure of the body up. Now the beauty of Yin Yoga works like this. Imagine a punching bag that normally hangs up and down, but this time we're going to hang it left and right. So what happens to the middle? Begins to droop down, sag down. That's what we're doing with the body. So hold the structure in all these poses and just let time and gravity slowly work you down. Always keep the structure, and you'll just notice your internal organs and muscles begin to go down due to gravity. And that's how we release the myofascia, the fascia release. That's super, super important between the heavy duty sets that we do at Yoga Phoenix. Between the 300s and the power sculpt, power yoga. This is the secret weapon right here, that you're sharpening your sword. Bring as much stillness to the body and to the mind as you can. I won't be talking so much through all the poses, but I had to let you know the game plan. Make sure your breathing is steady and consistent. Yin Yoga, I think, is actually the hardest form of yoga because it takes place mostly in your mind. It's that mind, that yoga of the mind. Here's where your drishti is important. Find one point to focus on. If your eyes are open, if they're closed, focus all the power of your mind on just one or two elements. If you get squirreled away in your thoughts, come back. So we're 2 minutes in this pose. Maybe try settling in a little bit more. For the Zoom recording, I know it's a little dark. You can't see every detail, but that's okay. It's not super important in this class. Your drishti, your breathing, the exhales, use them to gently blow away any thoughts of the day. Yin Yoga is nice. You feel the support of the ground, the mat, symbol for our Mother Earth that has always been there for us. Got just less than a minute remaining in this pose. Let's start to inhale together deeply and out the mouth, audible exhale. Your next inhale, come on up, move into a tabletop, move nice and slow. Get any movement you need out of the way here in your tabletop. Crack my knuckles. And let's inhale. Exhale down into a Sphinx pose. Remember, it's a bedtime flow, so nothing will be too extreme. We're preparing the body and the mind for peaceful rest and restoration. In your Sphinx pose, slight V behind you with the feet. Gently pressing the forearms into the mat. As you look forward, find your drishti, or close the eyes. In a power class, you might be tempted to really engage the glutes or over-engage them. Here it's not fully necessary. Here for Yin, I think the most important thing would be gently pressing the forearms, because that creates the structure. The structure, I mean the bones. Notice how your joints are stacked. Imagine your skeleton. That's going to remain in place. And as we hold this pose, maybe I should start the timer. The skeleton stays in place, but the muscles, the fascia, is what kind of, with gravity, imagine it kind of melting, drooping down that middle section of the punching bag that I mentioned earlier. Maybe you can feel it subtly happen. If you find yourself getting squirreled away in your thoughts, just listen to your breath. Listen to the inhale, listen to the exhale. It's actually rather soothing. One hour away from our phones and all demands that the world has on us. Maybe your arms are getting a little tired, your back, your neck. That's normal. It's part of the practice. This is not a restorative class where you lay back on the bolsters and really relax. This is a yin class. You hold the structure and you hold it. In the last minute, option to come into seal pose by inhale, straighten the arms, and holding that for a minute. Noticing the subtle differences between Sphinx and seal. Here you might have to slightly engage the glutes, just to help the lower back. Step 1, your alignment. Step 2, come back to the breathing. Step 3, yoga of the mind. That goes for every and any pose. Take a big inhale, audible exhale. Ease all the way down. Bring the hands back behind you towards the hips. Let's press on up. Tabletop once again to help us rebound. Hold your tabletops, kind of scan the body, see how the body and mind feel after holding Sphinx and seal. From your tabletop, keep the knees as they are. Just walk the hands forward a lot. We're going into puppy pose, melted heart. So take a big inhale at the top and exhale the heart down towards the mat. Remember, don't go your full 100 yet. Hold that structure. We're holding it at 80. And you'll notice that by holding it at about 80% of your maximum potential creates tension. And as you breathe, little by little, the middle of the punching bag begins to come down towards the mat. I don't really like the metaphor. You're not a punching bag, but it works very well here. Another often used metaphor for the myofascia, the fascia, is the lining and sausage. So I don't like that one for sure. It's been about a minute. Maybe we're beginning to release more, and that's normal, that's good. It's kind of like Shavasana, trying your best not even to move the body a millimeter. Bring that stillness of the body into the mind. We're about halfway there in this pose. So let's do a few rounds of some big inhales, exhales. Imagine the inhales lift you up higher, still holding the pose, and then exhale, just natural release. The inhale fills up the body, you slightly rise. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale 3. A big inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Make this your last one. Big inhale. Exhale. Big inhale to rise. Back to tabletop. Hold your tabletop. Scanning the body, add any movement you need to help you rebound from the sensations of puppy pose. Next pose is frog pose. So take a big inhale, and as you exhale, move yourself into that frog pose. Let's check the alignment first. We're on our forearms, shoulders over the elbows more or less. Knees and ankles in one line. You take a look back behind you. And remember, don't go into your deepest form of frog. Make sure you gently press the forearms into mat to keep you somewhat lifted. That's the structure, the skeletal structure we're holding. And as you inhale, exhale, let gravity work its magic. And everything else, the soft tissues of the body, work their way down towards the mat. So we're about halfway through this pose. Maybe ease into it a little bit more if you want. Or hold the pose exactly where you are. The magic of Yin Yoga happens in holding these poses for a certain length of time. In our bodies we have veins that carry blood, nerves, energy throughout the body. And when you hold a pose, You create blockages, make the blood flow or the energy have to hold at certain places. Just like a river has dams, maybe imagine that when you hold your poses. Let's prepare to release from this pose. Start to do those inhalings throughout the body. Big inhale. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale to rise. Work your way into that tabletop. Tabletops are a transition pose, it seems. Take your time. No rush. It took me a while to get there. Hold your tabletop. Take a survey, how the body feels, how the mind feels, your heart rate, your breathing. Excellent. Let's prepare to bring it down towards the mat. Bring one of your hips down towards the mat, preparing to sit. Bring the feet towards the top of the mat. Dandasana. The feet are gently flexed towards the body. And if you have a mat, rolled up mat, a block, or your forearms, you can bend the knees and bring it under the knees. So if you do have a block, slide it under the knees. And gently bring your chest, the torso towards the legs. You look forward and up, big inhale. Exhale, kind of fold down. Now remember, not all the way to your full potential. I immediately felt my shoulders kind of like go down a little bit more towards the mat, like, hey, why aren't we going all the way? So notice for how your body reacts in all these poses. Besides from us keeping our torso up and all the muscles and bones needed for that, the rest of the body's relaxed. So I don't really need my hands for much here. My forearms, upper arms, shoulders. So allow those to naturally relax. You'll notice our hips, our lower back is at work to help us keep the structure up, as is your neck. Since we're about halfway in this pose, maybe you can relax a bit more, ease into it a bit more. And then come back to stillness. For the last minute, take a big inhale to come up and rise. Enough to remove any object you might have placed under the knees. If not, you can stay right where you are. So find a full Dandasana and then fall down, relaxing, easing throughout the body. And let's do 3 rounds of that breathing that fills up the chest and causes you to slightly rise. And exhale, release back down. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale, fall. And inhale to rise up. Slowly to a straight spine. Remain in your Dandasana, option to bring the feet in. Gentle windshield wiper, if needed, as a release, rebound. And if you do have a block for you, a block would be great in this next pose, which is legs up the wall. Find any object to place underneath the hips. Lifting the hips up, place your object if you have it. If not, it works without. But it's nice to have that support. And if you do have a yoga block, you can place it on its edge, kind of like at a 45-degree angle, to provide maximum support for you in this legs up the wall. So hold the structure, bring relaxation throughout the body and the breathing. This is a great pose to start the day and end the day. If you use an alarm to wake up and it causes the body a little stress at the beginning of the day, definitely pick a yoga pose to let go of that stress. And start the day off on the right foot. We're almost there. Before we leave this pose, maybe you'd like to point and flex the feet. Maybe now you'd like to try some ankle rotations. Start going one way. And slowing it down, go the other way. Inhale, exhale, bring the feet down towards the mat. Flat to the floor. Bring the hips up to remove any object. Using any power we have left, come up, meet me in a boat pose, Navasana. You can use the hands to assist. We won't be here for too long. And on your own terms, your own time, exhale all the way down into Shavasana. Here's a pose we practice often in almost every kind of yoga. And even here, the longer you stay in Shavasana, you feel the collarbones open and the shoulders relax. The hands and the palms open up more. Take a notice of your fingers, that they're very curled up. I often wonder how relaxed the body really has to be for those fingers to be flat on the mat. Start to inhale deeply from head to toe, bringing new prana, new life back into the body. Imagine the blood flowing as it should, all the energy channels opened up. And rather than sitting up into seated or thunderbolt, find ourselves in a star pose, so bring your legs out wide, left and right. And the hands come up high towards the sky and then down towards the sides. Like a big star, the sea star, or a snow angel. Check in with the quality of your thoughts, the quality of your breathing. I hope you enjoy this yin session. Take note of how the body feels tomorrow or later on. The effects are subtle and don't always come right away. So give yourself thanks for having taken the time to refocus and sharpen the mind and the body like a sword, ready for the next challenge. I thank you for your time and your energy, and see you again soon. Namaste.